Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Mxgp 2021 crown. We're into the penultimate round. We're off to Italy for the track I've been dreading all seasons long. This is going to be a tough one. As usual, pace and qualifying was non-existent. We've gone for a radical bike setup in the race just to see can I get anything. I was last as could be, get an absolute beautiful launch, and just managed to cut across into the lead and didn't get collected. So we get the whole shot. But I don't even know how long I'll keep the lead. Already, Van der Moosdijk looked like he was going to make an overtake on me. I don't know, with this again, choosing to decide to go to the Honda, I don't know if it made these last few rounds harder, riding a new bike, or the fact these tracks are just really bad in this game. I think it's this tracking I know is bad. I've seen multiple other YouTubers have severe game-breaking issues with this track, especially the terrain, and the AI look like they don't get affected by it at all. It's just not a fun track in the first place, but it's damn broken, and we've already lost the lead, as you can see, to Viale here in race 1, and you can see how upset the bike is through there. Now that is a lot down to my riding, but there's some parts of this track where you just hit the ground and you just get knocked off the bike, and it's retarded, completely retarded. So as much as I do enjoy this career mode, there's a couple of tracks and some parts of the track that are just game breaking little glitches in it. And you see there, Diego Gertz just absolutely licks the stamp and sends it up a face and lands on me. I've managed to lose P2 to Van der Moosdijk. Ruben Fernandez on the other Honda further back has unfortunately crashed. You'll see as well AI crashing like mad on this one, but my pace is so bad I can't make any use of it. This corner here, broken, absolutely broken. You just doesn't like random objects that you hit as you go through it and you fall off. It's this round was just such a pain, and we try here to get back on Moosdijk and we actually knock him off, so I feel quite bad, but he beats me in the race. I guarantee he will beat me in this race because my pace is shocking. We fast forward now here to 2.5 minutes left just about, and we are just ahead of Beaton, who's in P8. So Beaton looks like he's struggling, but look at the pace he gets up there. We go for a bit of a snapback, but he actually manages to cut back underneath us and we're down to P8, so we are falling fast and we end up landing on him. And then look at that, it's completely killed my drive. That's another 2 riders through, including our teammate, and we overjumped that. We're getting in the way. It's just, look how bad my riding is as well. Rubini is just sticking with me, but now we're back with the satellite Yamahas, so we're losing so much. We send up his inside here and we actually just send him out through the rock, but he still gets better drive. The AI are just retardedly good around here, and we are having some severe issues with this game, unfortunately, here. And my biggest worry here was that I was going to lose the championship lead, and yeah, it's not a good run for me. But we have just under a minute left. Diego Gertz and P10 has crashed, so even the big riders are crashing. You know, Gertz crashes pretty much every race. He's probably one of the fast. I'd say if he was consistent, Diego Gertz could be challenging myself and Beaton for the championship. You see riders crashing everywhere. This track is just, it's a bad state. This is poor for Milestone to release a game with a track in it like this. So unrideable. So many glitches. Diego Gertz has crashed again. Like, oh, Van der Moosdijk has crashed. Who's next? Jed Beaton, maybe? Maybe? Please? No, probably me. I am bloody riding. But it's just like, we're down in P9. Now, I'm comfortable on this game. Look, again, in here now I'm making a mistake and I end up getting wrong lines and everything goes wrong for me. But when you're riding on a track that's this broken, you lose all confidence in your riding ability, and then you ride just tight, and then you lose time, and then your decision making is off, and it's a clusterfuck of emotions. And Beaton is down. There's a Yamaha down behind. I'm not sure which one it was. So there's 2 riders down in quick succession. So yeah, we're once again being passed by Rubini, our teammate. Now Sander is behind on the KTM. We try and fight our teammate. You'd think he would be a bit more kind to me, since I'm the one fighting for a title in a satellite HRC team. But no, he doesn't care. Every man for himself in the MX2 class, it seems to be. So we are just coming up now to start the 2 laps at the end. We managed to repass him. Look how fast we're through it. This is the only part of the track we were quick. But then we get in here and we just couldn't get into the ruts. And we lose another couple of positions. We're back now to P11. This is our worst result of the year, out of the top 10 for probably the first time this year, including them bad days on the Kawasaki's. But yeah, I don't know what else to really say. It's just look like, when I'm watching the back now and commentating, I realise how annoying this was. Van der Moostek has crashed for the 3rd time. Viale has started the final 2 laps. When the AI on the highest level are crashing multiple times a lap, you just know, and Renoir have another crash. At this rate, it's just going to be gambling who's going to crash next. I'm going so bloody slow. Look at my lap time. The fastest lap is 28, which is now. Look, I'm nowhere near the finish line. I still have 2 corners left. 31, 2, 3. Ends up being a 36 for me, that lap. We fire on now to the last couple of laps. We'll try and move here on Hoffer into the final corner, but we just can't get it powered down. And up to the line, we do unfortunately lose it. So we end up out of the top 10 for the first time this season. Now, the CRF is an absolute gorgeous machine, but it's not performing as I'd like. We beat Jaeger Gertz, but unfortunately Beaton is in P6, so we lose 6 points to him. In race 2 now, what can we do? We need a much stronger start, and we get a good start. Can we get the whole shot? It looks like we do once again. Whole shot king, and we have the lead early, but already we've lost it to Viale. I just can't turn the bike. I can't put the power down. I'm struggling immensely. I make a bit of a mistake there, landing on the inside berm there, and that killed my momentum now already. I think it's Renoir who's behind me. It could be Jaeger Gertz as well. On the factory Yamaha, it is actually no. Oh, jeez, look at all them. That's Moostek, Beaton, or one of the Yamahas. I'm not too sure which one it was, but we're riding so tentatively because you see there, lost the rear. Beaton is all over me. The harder I push, the more issues I have with this track, and the bike isn't helping. I was kind of wondering what would have been like if I was on the Husky, but unfortunately we are not anymore with the Husqvarna, so we're just riding the wheels off this as best we can, and we're going to see what we can do. We need to really beat Beaton in this one because he's taking points out of our lead. If he takes another 6, 8, 10 points out, we mightn't even have the championship lead going into the final round. I want to have that buffer into the final race just in case we have more issues with our bike. But here we are now. We've been passed by Beaton. We try and move on him, but it's just in vain. We're 11 seconds off the pace. Yeah, that says all you need to know. Having massive issues. Another rider down in front. Fortunately, it's not Beaton. As you can see, he's just gone over the previous corner. But now here we are with 30 seconds left. We're battling Gertz, and that is a big moment for me, and we end up crashing. So out of P3 we go down to P6. Renoir has passed us, and so does teammate. And you can see now we are being beaten up. Look at this, he's been pushing us out of the track. We're down to P11. P12 is what I reckon gifting will get me. Doesn't look like. There'll be more issues there again. And we're battling people we haven't battled all year. Again, 2 AI riders just crashed because the game's bloody broken. We are battling these guys. I haven't seen these guys all year. I don't even know how to say half their names, so I'm not going to try and say their names. Beaton in P2 has crashed. Maybe he might lose some more points, but in fact he's in P2 with me in P9. I am slightly worried. Jaeger Gertz, of course, then has to crash as well. He couldn't pass Beaton for me. And Viale is leader crash. So all 3 men in the front have crashed within 10 seconds. That just sums up this track. So, yeah. And Gertz is down again. I love that little bit of move there I made. It was a complete mistake. I got in hot and I ended up pushing him out of the rut. It was quite funny. But that was about as much funniness as happened in this video for me, because the rest of it has been piss poor. At this point now, I just want to get to season done and see can we nab the championship from Beaton. He was the runaway leader for a long part of the season. Now we're having serious issues on an uncompetitive Honda, it appears to be. And we have big errors in there again. We're making so many mistakes. The bike just doesn't want to do what I need it to do. And yeah, 2 laps to go thankfully in this round. But this is just hell, this track. And the Moostek is up ahead. He's already crashed 1,000 times. So I'm not too surprised. Rubini, my teammate just behind me, has binned it as well in that corner. That corner is just chaotic for crashing. Don't know why, but it's just one of those tracks where it has individual objects and you just crash. Another Honda up ahead. Ruben Fernandez has binned it. I'm just commentating on who's crashing at this point. I'm not even commentating on the racing. It's just who's crashed. Renoir on point. Thank you. Next up, I'm going to guess Van de Moosdijk is probably going to crash again. That's my guess. It's going to happen soon. You just know it. I know someone's going to crash in the next couple of seconds. We are coming to the end now of the final lap. Thank God. And it's Rubini who crashes. My teammate who crashed, repassed me and then crashed again. So we're back into P9. Jaeger Gertz up ahead has crashed, but he's too far ahead. Viale wins it on the KTM, so it's not Beaton who wins it. So I do hold the championship lead still, I believe, by a couple of points. But it's going to be really tough. And look at that, like mid corner and just completely let's go. And we're coming up now to our last couple of corners. We're going to just hang on to the championship lead, I believe. If it all depends on where Beaton is, because I'm not going to make up any more positions. And Renoir, the Yamaha's having a really tough time around here as well, so thankfully they're not really in the battle anymore. It's just me and Beaton. Too inconsistent from, and Viale is crossed the line already like ages ago, and he's still crashing. So up the line it is. It's another P9. So he just managed to sneak into the top 10 on this one. But yeah, that was tough. So Beaton is P2, so that's another chunk of points. So he takes a total of 16 points off me, or worst result of the season by far. And it's down to 2 points in the championship as we go into the final round. Viale is pretty much out of it. He is another 11 points back, so he'd have to hope for a bad result for both of us. But we should be okay from Viale behind. So I'm going to leave there for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed an absolute abysmal ride for myself. Could not get out with that track in Italy. We're off to Lombardia in Italy once again, Mantanova, for the final race. It's quite a fun track this, but I don't know how the pace will be. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you have all enjoyed today's episode. If you did, drop a like down below and subscribe to see more in the future. Once again, thank you all for watching. I should catch you all in the next episode. Bye bye.